Hey everybody, it's your boy Jonathan. I'm here at work on my break, so I'm gonna reiterate: everybody needs to have a job. Y'all don't be talking to no ladies if you ain't got a job. All right, so that being out of the way, we're gonna talk about something today that is different from dating, and we're gonna talk about friendships. Okay, I'm gonna do a 4-part video series about friendships and the different type of friendships you'll make and stuff, and it's about 4 different types, so that's why I'm doing 4 different videos. So that being said, let's start with the first type of friend. The first type of friend, or person for that matter, that you're gonna meet is universal people. Now, universal people, basically they have this idea in their mind that they just want a good life, they just want to feel comfortable, they don't want no drama, they don't want nothing to happen. And generally, universal people will talk to you, they'll be nice and kind to you, they'll accept you for who you are. And you will find universal people in school, at work, you know, at the grocery store, whatever. So, a lot of times I found out that older people are more universal than younger people, and the reason is older people, they live their life, you know, they have their kids, they have their wife, they got their business to take care of, and they don't have time for drama, they don't have time for, you know, little kid stuff, they don't have time for just worrying about bullying people or worried about this, that, and the other, because they got things they got to do. And so universal people are more likely to accept you if you're a crazy Star Wars fan and don't know how to talk about nerd culture correctly, like I was talking about the other day. If you're a crazy otaku, if you're a, you know, Star Trek fan, whatever, they're going to accept you for who you are. You know, you can be goth and wear makeup and a dress as a dude, and they'll be like, well, you know, I don't want no drama, so he's cool. As long as he don't bother me, I'm not going to bother him. And then they just accept you for who you are. And that's really good. That's the good part of universals people. They will accept you for who you are. And when you get in with a universal person, they will love you till the end of time because, you know, as long as you're cool and don't cause no trouble, they will like you. And they will learn how to integrate you into their life and, you know, help them live a positive, happy, drama-free life. So that's the good part. There is a downside, which is a downside if you're an immature person, right? The downside of universals is they're not going to have a lot of girls around, right? They're just not, because they have their wife, they have their kids, or they have their friends, and it's like they're not going to have a bunch of women around that just look nice that they can say, oh, look at me, I got all these women. You know, they're too mature for that. They're not going to have like a million numbers of women in their cell phone. Oh, look at me, I have all these women's numbers. They're too mature for that. They got things they got to do. So they're not going to have a lot of women around. And that's kind of sad. But if you are a mature person, you'll understand that how to just not worry about that and love the universal person for who they are, right? But the other good thing about universal people is they will support you in your dating life. So if you ask like a universal person about dating or telling you want to find a girlfriend or whatever, they'll give you advice. They'll tell you where to go. Some of them, if they have time, they might go with you. Some of them, you know, may take you to an event or something. You know what I'm saying? And the reason they're going to do this is because, like I said, they want a good life. And if you're happy and you're drama-free because you're happy, because you got a little girlfriend and, you know, you get some affection when you go home at night, it's going to be good for everybody else. So, that being said, want to talk to you about how immature people look at universals. They're going to look at universals and say, okay, this person isn't giving anything to me, right? This old man isn't helping me out. This guy in his mid-40s isn't helping me out. He's too busy with his wife and kids, you know. Or this nerdy guy isn't helping me out, you know. He just looks like a bookworm. And what a lot of immature people are going to do is they're going to run out to those superficial people. like those pickup artists. And I told you guys, stay away from them pickup artists. Or like those religious communities where they're trying to create a perfect world. And I told you, some of those religious communities, you got to like steer clear because they will get you. You know, I made mistakes when I was younger. I didn't want to hang out with universal people. So, you know, I became a hip hop dancer. And I realized that hanging out with hip hop dancers and very superficial people, you know, it created a lot of problems. I could never live up to their standards. And it always created a lot of problems. And I'm telling you. So I just don't want to see you go down that same road and, you know, not talk to any universal people and only talk to superficial people and get your feelings hurt or waste your time. I don't want you to do that. So that being said, how do you form a good relationship with universal people where you can be cool and nice, have them in your life loving you, but at the same time, you know, being able to date and find a girl, right? So the answer is very simple. You just have to set up some time to meet girls. That's it. Point blank, period. So, for instance, if you meet coworkers and a lot of them have wives and kids and families to go home to and have to do things of that nature, you know they're going to be busy on the weekends when all the, you know, venues are opened and you can go be social. So it's not that serious. Just talk to them at work, be nice and polite, you know, chill with them, receive the love they're going to give you, receive the advice. And then on the weekends, you know, go to some venue where there's girls that you could talk to. It's that simple. Just, you know, take it for what it is, you know, spend time with them, network with them. But, you know, after work, you know, like I said, a lot of them have families and wives and kids to go home to or whatever. Or they have other jobs or whatever, because usually universal people are mature. So after school, you just go do what you got to do and figure out a place to be social after school. So that's my take on universal people. So, you know, the takeaway from this is, you know, you should talk to that guy at your school who looks nerdy. You should talk to that old 45-year-old with a wife and kids. You should talk to that old guy. You should talk to, you know, all these people who just look boring and don't have girls around, because they're going to give you a lot of love and they're going to give you a lot of attention. And you can also network with them and actually get more positive resources. So it actually is worth it to talk to universals that don't have a lot of women around. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can like the video, put in a comment, subscribe, you know, whatever you got to do. And yeah, I'm going to be coming up with another video. The second video will be about superficial people, and that's going to be a doozy. So if you want some good advice that'll help you to not fall in the trap with superficial people, you should watch my next video. All right, everybody, I'm out, y'all. Peace.